Hey Google, next song.
See, Riri always leads the way.
Okay, okay.
Okay, we are streaming live, peeps.
Hey y'all, excited. Okay, guys, listen.
Hello. Hey, hey, hey. Happy Thursday.
Happy Thursday. Oh my goodness. I'm just so excited to do this show tonight. We have our guest host, Courtney Israel.
Hi guys.
Yes, I'm so excited. Oh my gosh. We are about, I don't, I can't, because I'm just so excited. Angel,
Yes.
how excited are you right now to have Courtney
Super
on the show
excited,
tonight?
guys. Check this out. We got our first boss lady, okay? We're going to be featuring a lot of boss ladies, but it's important because the first one always leaves the best mark, right? She leads the pathway, the pioneer. And we decided to team up with Courtney Israel as our first boss lady because we got so much history with this woman. We got so much love for this woman. And it just seems fitting, right? To introduce and have our not only our executive sales director, but our good friend, an amazing mom, an amazing woman in general. Just go ahead and bless us on Night Owl Talk. You know what I mean? We're going to be having a lot of influencers, but guess what? We wanted to make sure we stamp our mark with the one who's closest to our heart. And just honestly, it's fitting that we have Courtney Israel bless us. So tonight, guys, the theme is going to be vision, right? We talked before about wisdom, we talked about purpose, but tonight we're going to kick it off with our boss lady, and we're going to talk a little bit about vision. So first of all, let's drop them with the definition that we have for vision. What did you come up with, Z?
All right, guys. So, vision. I know a lot of people think of vision and they're like, okay, vision is how you see, 2020. That means they got perfect vision. But we want to come up with the actual dictionary definition of vision because we want to know exactly what are we going to be discussing and how is it defined, not just in our minds, but in the dictionary. So, vision is the ability to see ahead with your creative imagination of a better future or outcome. So, better meaning improvement from where you are now or improvement from where you were. Now, as we know, we always like to go ahead and introduce our guest host, Courtney Israel. She is a leader. She is a leader. She is a leader. I've known her for a couple years now, Angel. I know you've known her a little bit longer, but
Yes.
this woman is a woman of God. She's a leader. She's an entrepreneur. She's an exemplary mother, and I'm just blessed to have met her. We've traveled to a couple of places and done trainings, and it's just it's just amazing to be around her. Her energy is just indescribable. You have to meet her to go ahead and know who Courtney Israel really is. So, Courtney, I wanted to know a little bit about you, your story, where you come from, and some things that you had to overcome to get to the point that you are now, being a successful businesswoman. So, tell me a little bit about your story. We want to go ahead and get to know you better, and the audience wants to get to know you better as well.
Thank you. I know you guys can see me now. You guys got me blushing. Like my cheeks are like so big. I just want to thank you guys and give it right back to you first and foremost for allowing me to be the first boss lady on this amazing platform that you guys have been able to put together. Always so much knowledge from the past two episodes. So I'm very excited to be here with you guys. So just to introduce myself, once again, Courtney Israel. So, I mean, a little bit about who I am, who is Courtney, right? I'm more than just my business. Pretty much, I came from a military background. My dad was military for a majority of my life. Doing so, I moved around a lot. Genuinely, I grew a knack for meeting new people, loving new people. I love to meet new people and I love to help people, right? I also grew up, unfortunately, my mother passed away when I was 12 years old. That was one of those first, hard huddles that I had to get through. As a young teen, I was 12, about to come into my teen years, of course, but I had to be that backbone for my I was helping
Uh-oh, I think we're cutting off a little bit,
2013.
Courtney. All right,
Yeah.
I missed that last part. Go ahead and repeat the last part. I'm so sorry.
Okay, no, it's no problem. It's telling me my internet connection is unstable, so I hope I'm okay. I live by a lot of trees. But anyway, I was just saying that was, a major hurdle that I had to get over. That kind of grew me more into, the nurturing. I had to be the woman of the house, take care of my dad, take care of my brother. So naturally, that's what I wanted to do in life. In 2013, God blessed me with one of my biggest blessings, my son, King. He is my everything. He's why I get up and do what I do every day. And I believe it was a savior, it was a moment, it was something that God gave for me, another thing, right, to care for, to take care of. And that naturally, my genuine love to care for people, I believe, has gotten me here today alongside of God and some great business partners and friends I've met along the way.
I love it. I love it.
Oh
I
my
love it.
goodness, Courtney. Wow, wow, wow. You've just, it's like life handed you certain situations and you said, you know what, I'm gonna go ahead and overcome. Even though these situations are not easy, I am going to go ahead and do what I have to do to get through it and just to come out on top. And I definitely commend you for that. So I know that vision means different things to different people, and depending who you ask, you'll get a different answer. But what I want to know is, what does vision mean to you?
Mm-hmm.
So to me, vision is just super important. For me, vision is kind of the base of anything, not just in business, but in life. You have to have, I believe a lot of people don't realize there's, personal vision, in, your life vision and then your business vision, but you can't really handle your business until your life vision is in order. So for me, vision is more like what we would even call our why. It's kind of like that plan. It's kind of why you get up and do what you do every day. So when you ask how important is a vision or something like that, to me, like I said, it's the root of everything. We know in life and in business, we go through journeys, like you said, we go through trials and tribulations, the ups and downs, and really without a vision, without a plan, without a final goal, in place, it kind of makes it hard for you to get over those hurdles, because why bother, right? When things hit you hard, why bother? It's so easy to give up. And a lot of people do get stuck. Unfortunately, they're not really emotionally attached to their vision. So it's easy to just give up. So it's important that you have a clear vision. It's important that your vision is concise. And to me, a vision is basically, like I said, it's the root of everything. You can't go anywhere without a roadmap, right?
Exactly,
Love it.
exactly, exactly.
Love it.
Wow,
I love
wow,
it.
wow.
So you had mentioned, you have a vision of your life, you have a vision of your business, and they're semi, kind of intertwined, right? So I would like to know, because like Zaji mentioned earlier, I've known Courtney for it'll be 6 years in
So
October, right?
long.
So
You
we
haven't
actually
gotten rid of
started,
me yet.
yes, we started working together, and this is way before the business. We were just, regular call center smilers and dialers, right? But so I want to know, how has your vision for your life changed since you've gotten into this industry, in this business? And first, I want to actually know, what was your vision, if you can even remember, what was your vision for your life before getting introduced to this industry and before getting introduced to this business? And what is your vision for your life now? How has that changed?
I'm glad you guys thought of these questions. You guys are hitting me with the 1, 2 with these questions. Thank you so much. So actually, my vision before the industry, before getting into this, I don't even want to say it. Like, I had no vision. I was blind. I was legally blind. Okay, out here with no vision whatsoever. All I thought was, I want to make a lot of money. I'm sure a lot of people can relate. Money isn't everything, but we can agree it's up there with oxygen, right? we needed to survive. And so for me, they say money, more money, more problems. But ultimately for me, I thought my money could fix a lot of my problems. So I was chasing that. That's why I was bouncing, job to job, even though I was unhappy, even though I knew I could be so much more, I was settling, for that paycheck. And so I could honestly say I didn't have a vision. I didn't have a vision at all. I just thought, went to school, got a good job, or got good grades so I could go to college. And after college, I thought I was going to get a great job. I got stuck with the job I was going to be stuck with, and I was just chasing the highest dollar. But today, like ever since this industry I've been in for 3 years, and counting, and just the development, forget the money, this is not why I do this, just the self-development in itself is worth, all the time that I spent in, all the ups and downs that has brought me. Now I can literally say I have a clear vision of where I want to go with this. I have a personal life vision. I have a business vision. Ultimately, I can see with my years and time spent putting in, my vision is now like coming to life. It's actually scary, you guys. I'm scared, but I'm doing it scared. Because it's just such a beautiful thing. Like when you think something, like that's another thing with vision, it has to start up here. You have to think it before you do. You will never outdo your brain, okay? You must start here with a clear vision, and just to see everything going in order and everything falling into place, it's just amazing. I can't even, now you guys got me excited. These are some great questions.
I love it. I love it. So I don't know, Zaji, do you want to ask one of your questions next?
Oh, sorry, I had my mic muted. Okay, sorry. So before you had no vision, and then so now you've discovered your business and it gave you a vision. It gave you more than just waking up, working for King, waking up, making sure your bills are paid, and then going home and saying, well, what am I gonna do? No. You have a vision. And what you said is definitely a key. You have to have it in your mind first before it can actually happen.
Mm-hmm.
And you said that your mind is your limit. So if you can't even envision where you want to go, like you said previously, you need to have a roadmap. If not, where are you going? If you have no target, you're going nowhere. And that is very, very important. I know a lot of people out there, they are lost and they don't have a vision. They don't really have a motivation. So how do you help others with the creation of their own vision? As a business leader, and also I know you have a team and you go ahead and do trainings for them and help them with motivation. So how do you help others create their vision, even if they're not in business and they just need a vision in their personal lives?
So I would personally not even want to take credit. Like I said, it starts here. I would say I help people alongside of their vision. I wouldn't necessarily say I helped anyone begin their vision, like Angel White, for example. When I met her, firecracker, she's actually, a big fuel that pushed me and pushed my business, and we balance off of each other. But as far as helping people, bring that vision to life, I strongly believe that there's power in numbers. It's just proven, it's just facts. A lot of people, well, I won't even say a lot of people, I hope not, but I do come across people who have that, me mindset. I'll do it myself mindset. And I'll be honest, I used to be that type of person. Not me, it's all about me, but move out the way, I'll do it myself. And it gets overwhelming, especially if you have big goals and you're trying to bring them to fruition. So this business, not only just the business, but just people that I've been meeting, has allowed me to push alongside my goals. So I've been able to pour that into other people. Shout out to my mentor, Xavier Marrero, who was a big fuel for me. Like they said, if you want to go fast, do it yourself. If you want to go far, you got to do it with a team. You got to meet with people who are going to be able to help that. So for me, I would like to say I personally helped every single person on my team at some point take a step forward with their goals and their dreams. And one big thing that we've been doing is our monthly food drive. Shout out once again, Angel White, me and her. day one, hit the ground running, putting that thing together. And when you talk about a vision, me and her started off in a little, what do you drive? I don't even know what she drives, but it's a stick shift. And that girl was going everywhere. We were like, skirt, 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 finding everybody, someone to help. It was just so beautiful to see the passion that she had. And that's not something that I instilled in her. It's just something that we were able to do together. And now we are able to bring, both of our visions to life.
Mm-hmm. And I just want to say a huge shout out real quick to Courtney, because I was telling the team the other day, like, Courtney, I'm similar to her. Like, I'm like, you know what? I'll do it myself. You know what I'm saying? Like Zaji was saying, you got abandonment issues. And a lot of times when you have those kind of issues, it's like, you want to do everything yourself. It's like, if you guys don't want to help me, forget it. I'm used to being by myself anyway. And that's how I was. And one day, Courtney and we had a real heart to heart. And she was like, Angel, like, I understand, where you've been. I get it, because I'm in similar situation, losing mom at a young age. And it's like, you have family, you have people who you can lean on. You have me, you have the team, you know what I'm saying? And like I was telling the team the other day, like, I thank God for Courtney for just having that conversation with me and letting me know, like, you're not by yourself. It is a family environment. We don't have to be blood to be family. You know what I'm saying? And so it's like, now I'm so grateful for the fact that Courtney did let me know about, just bringing me into that. And I feel like that is part of the vision, just being able to create that environment before it even exists. And so now it's like, I'm in certain situations, like, with my computer or just need advice. And it's like, because she had this vision of creating a family environment outside of our actual families, it's happening. And like she said, the food drive, like I was talking to somebody today about it, and it's really going to explode. So it's just, I feel like when it comes to the vision, it's like, of course it starts with one, but it does not end with one. It starts in the mind and the heart of one person, of Zaji, of Courtney, of me. And then we get other people involved, and then it's like a snowball on fire effect. You know what I'm saying? So I just want to thank you for that.
Okay.
Yes. So, okay.
I love this. This is great, you guys. I love this.
So here's my next question is this. Without vision, like they said, without vision in the good book in the Bible, it says without vision, the people perish. And I believe that to be true. So how do you instill vision and its importance in your son so he may have vision for his life?
Oh, nice. So I love that, because you guys know how I get. See my cheeks? I love my son. Everything about him. He's always watching me. So as far as me instilling that vision, I'm so glad that this business, like, God brought this opportunity to me by way of Xavier, sooner than later. I remember he was just in kindergarten, I believe, when I started this business opportunity. And before then, I had no time to spend with him. Like I said, and before then, I haven't even really got into the rough patch that we had to go through, as he was younger. But that ultimately made me who I am, as far as being passionate, as far as my why, and trying to push forward. So me instilling my values, my son had to watch me all the time, work hard, grind my butt off, for a bigger purpose. And now with this business, he's actually seeing what I'm trying to do. We're teaching financial literacy. We're helping people, and he will go right up to people like, "What's your credit score?" "Oh, you can't get a house and a car with bad credit." He's in Publix all the time. I used to be embarrassed, but now I'm like, he watches me when I have a meeting. He knows, like, "Oh, you're having a meeting? Be quiet." And if he pops up, he'll be like, "Get your credit." Like, he knows what it's all about. Besides that, I'm teaching him the discipline. Even when days I don't feel like getting up, I'm making it happen because I have to. I'm a single mother. So like I said, not just that I want to do it by myself, like usually, right? I swear, my son's father, I didn't do, I'll do it myself. I swear. But typically I'm used to it. So I knew, like, he's depending on me. Everything pretty much that he learns, besides what he gets in school, he's watching me. So for me to push my vision and to make sure everything's done what I need to get done, especially losing my mom at a young age. I want to make sure that I make it happen now. I don't have time to wait. I have to make it happen now. And as far as instilling that into him, he sees it every day because now I stay at home. I have been job free for over 3 years. And it's crazy to say, like almost over 3 years, I've been without a job. And he's been able to watch me build my business from ground up. And he even participates in the food drives. He's always excited.
Yeah, I love it. I love it. I love it.
Do you
Ah,
remember, Angel? I wanted to say, do you remember when we took him with us for the food drive and he was giving out the food with us and he's
yeah.
telling everybody, enjoy your meal.
Yes, yes, yes. In the back seat, in the window down.
He's
Enjoy your
always
meal.
excited. So now he knows I'm already instilling in him, give back no matter what, no matter how big and how little. Even when me and Angel weren't, in the levels that we are, we always remember to give back. Even when we barely had it ourselves, we made sure to do that. And I'm always going to install that in my son, my team. That's definitely what we stand for and what we stand by.
Amen. Oh, I love it.
Absolutely.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead, Saji.
I love that what you said, I'm gonna just do it myself. And I think as a single mother, I can completely relate to that because for me, I don't really have that parental support that others may have. And they might be able to call mom and dad and get some help, but for me, it's like it's me and it's only me and God, and that's pretty much it. If I don't do it, it's not gonna happen. So I love the fact that you said, you had to overcome that mentality to be able to run with the runners and be able to have others around you that have similar visions as you do. And so that definitely keeps your vision alive because maybe there's one day I know Angel calls me like, hey, Zaji, this happened today and, I'm not feeling it right now. I don't know what's going on. You know, it's been a tough day today. And I have to go ahead and tell her, you know what, the vision is real. God's given you these skills for a reason.
Amen.
And there's no way that anything on this earth can take away what God has given you. So
Yes.
the fact that you're saying, you know what, I have this vision and I didn't have it before. Now I have it. And now that I have the correct people that are placed around me with a similar vision, like you said, by yourself, you can only go so much. You can go fast. But having those around you and establishing the correct people with the correct vision around you, together, united, you can go very far. And that is so, so important. And that definitely hit home. And so, my next question to you is as a parent, mother, entrepreneur, how do you think that your journey and your vision affects others and the way that they see you? And how does that impact their lives?
So I believe that so like it's so crazy. That's another thing with this business. The things that you're scared of, once you do them, you see that you're an inspiration. Like a lot of people, like you guys too, telling me all this, my cheeks are going like, oh my God, I'm gonna explode. Because you never really realize how many people you are impacting. And I understand by me at one point I was kind of holding back from telling my story, and when I finally did, I found out a lot of people could relate. So I feel like the fact, that I came, from the 9 to 5, the fact that I didn't really have that guidance, I didn't really have that, family around to help or, even that person to push or drive me until I met my mentor. And then, like I said, with the single mom thing, it's coming to a point where it's not even a special thing to say, there's single moms everywhere making it happen. I kind of don't even use that when I introduce myself. That doesn't define me. It's not who I am. I'm a mother, a damn good mother, and make it happen. And I know a lot of boss ladies, mother or not, who are making it happen despite whatever, despite anything that happens. So I see you, Queen. I see you, and I feel like I'm definitely on the right path to inspiring people to just go for it. Do it scared, like I always say, do it messy, do it nervously, because you never know whose lives you can touch. I even get random messages like, I'm so proud of you, like you inspired me, go ahead. And they don't know that 10 seconds before I got on live, I was like sweating, like, oh my God, like going nuts. You know what I mean? But I feel like just and that goes for all of us. We said yes, and we took a chance. We took that risk. Entrepreneurship is not easy, no matter what the business is. You're taking on all these risks. You don't know what's going to happen. Some days you're up, some days you're down, but you keep pushing because you have that vision, and it started in your mind. And once you see it done in your mind, it can be done. You just have to put the work in behind it. And I feel like we're all doing a great job with that. Especially look at this platform. Look at what you guys created. You know what I'm talking about?
That's
This is
Zazie. Yeah.
yes. I love this.
And definitely, man, that hit a home. So a lot of people can relate to your story. And you know what? What is crazy? You have to take that first step. But to be honest, guys, I don't know if you know this or not, but I honestly was secluding myself a lot. And I had a lot of vision, but I didn't take action. And the thing that held me back from taking that first step, like you said, was just feeling like I'm the only one going through this and I'm alone. And you know what? It's not true. With vision, the first step that you're gonna take is not going to be perfect. It's not going to look like the steps you're taking when you're more down the line on your journey. You have to start somewhere. And all because where you are right now doesn't look that good does not mean that you can't start and take a step to step into your future, to step into your vision. And you know, me as a perfectionist, even my daughter, she's like this, you know, hopefully I can help her take the habit out. You don't have to start perfect. You just have to start, period. You know, that's it. You have to start. If you don't start, you're not going to start walking towards your vision. And you have to put that work in. You know, you can say, oh, yeah, you know, I'm reading about this. I'm watching YouTube videos about this. Okay, where's your agenda? Where's your plan? I mean, I have my agenda right here. I make sure that, okay, I want to do this. Let me break it down the steps. How am I going to do it? That roadmap is very, very important. And taking that first step, you know, words without action are dead. We have to take action on our vision to see it come to life. And I'm pretty sure, Courtney, you said you can't even believe the things that are happening now. But imagine if you had just stayed home and just kept watching Zooms and not actually done anything. You have to act to make your vision come to life. And if you don't start stepping into your destiny, into your vision, it will never happen. But if you start, couple years down the line, when you stick to it and you have your pack and your team, you're ready to go ahead and take over, period.
Amen.
So I did have another question for you. Um, okay. So I know that a lot of people, including myself, we feel like, you know, we want to achieve certain things. But however, like I mentioned, the roadmap, how would you recommend to others, how can they plan out how to actually put their vision into action and steps?
That's a good
Perfect.
question.
You guys, like these questions couldn't have came at a better time. First and foremost, I definitely recommend this book. This book that we've been reading, The 12-Week Year, is on point. I feel like Zaji, you must have read it because it ties in with everything. It's basically telling you how you can do activities that would usually take you, a full year. Usually it's so easy to say, it's a new year, my goals for this year is blah, blah, blah. Assuming, it's ignorant to think that we just have all this time. Like, what is that quote? Like, who told us we have all year to do these things? You know what I mean? So it's basically just teaching you to take action. Take action now. And like you said, the first and foremost best advice I can say is what you just said, Zaji. Just do it. You do not have to be perfect. If you're waiting to be perfect, you'll never start. There was a quote.
Courtney, would you mind repeating that? I'm sorry, you froze out a little bit.
Yeah, okay. When did I freeze out? Because I'm probably am I still freezing?
No, you're not frozen. I kind of hear you a little bit.
All right, I'm gonna sing. Let me know when you guys can hear me.
Yes, I can hear you.
No, I'm just kidding. But anyway, getting back to it, I was just explaining how it all starts with what you said, Zajanari, just doing it. It doesn't have to be perfect. A lot of people just get so stuck trying to make everything so perfect that they never move at all. There's this quote that I like. It says, if I waited till I got all my ducks in a row to cross the road, I never go. I never do it. I never take any actions. You know what I mean? So
Right.
that's the first thing. As far as planning out and actually accomplishing your goals, I'd say break it down. Sometimes we think of our big goals because me and Angel already discussed, we're visionaries. We have a lot of things going on up here that we want to do. And sometimes when we have all those things, even on paper, they say plan it on paper, even on paper, you can look at all that and get so overwhelmed, you don't know where to start. Take baby steps. Just do it. Take small chunks and do it. And I definitely, like I said, the 12-week year, I'm only on like chapter 11 or 12, and it's giving me so much value. I feel like it's worth everything that I paid. It was like $20 on Amazon. But basically that's how I've been able to do it. I'm learning now. So I'm with you guys. I'm learning. I'm with probably a lot of the audience right now. The only difference is that I did it scared until I kind of learned, how to do it. And now I'm perfecting it. And I've been able to get a lot more achieved in such a short time. That's why every year in this business, in this industry, we just keep getting better and better. I hope I'm not frozen and you guys can hear
No,
me.
you're not frozen. You're not. I can hear you loud and clear. I can see you too. I was just thinking, I love to compare our stories in the Bible. And so, you know what? I know that there's a lot of adversity sometimes when you start taking that step and you start.
Do you have any other questions? Because I was going to ask.
Is that one of your questions? Go ahead with your question because I'm gonna go ahead with the Bible story.
No, I'm frozen.
I'm not asking her which is her favorite.
I don't know if it's my internet thing because I feel like both of you guys are like cutting out. I don't think is it my internet?
I think she was frozen.
You, honey.
We're taking turns being frozen, okay?
Yeah.
Teamwork.
Teamwork. I'm just kidding. I'm just joking, y'all. Okay. No, so I was gonna get to because that was all I had. I was gonna ask the one question that I have that I love to ask, and then your question. I was gonna ask that since you got all the fire questions tonight. I don't know. Do you have any other questions?
All these questions of fire, my cheat.
Well, I'm gonna say one more thing. So I want to go ahead and compare, vision to a story in the Bible. And I was thinking, what story can I compare it to? I really couldn't think of anything. But as we're having this conversation and as the show is going on, I always pray before the show. Oh, I got it. And so it's crazy. Do you all remember the story of Noah's Ark?
Yes.
Girl, that's on my paper. That's my story. Don't even look at my. So we're right here. We're right here. We are right here.
Oh, okay. Okay, let me ask you my question that I like to ask. I which you already answered, but maybe it's not your favorite. What is your favorite book that you would recommend to others? Your favorite book of all time doesn't have to be the Bible, it could be anything else. What is your ultimate favorite book that you can read and never get tired of reading?
And never get tired of reading?
Yeah.
One fish, two fish, red fish, blue. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. Okay, so one book that I can never, ever possibly stop reading is How to Win Friends and Influence People. That not only helps people in business, but just life in general. The gems that I got out of this book, and a lot of people think I read it because of this business, but I actually had the book because I was a part of something called Toastmasters in my previous employment. And I was able to start reading that, and really it helped me develop my people skills. It helped me develop the ability to kind of work with different types of personalities and get by just in life in general. That's one of my all-time favorite books. It will always be, and I can read it over and over. And I tell my team to read it over and over, and the millionaires are reading it, so it's a good book.
Yes, I got that book. I got that book. I got
The
that.
audio book for that. And I would notice that I would replay the chapters and I'll just leave that chapter in there because every time I listen to it, I listen to a different part. Because you listen while you're driving. And I would be like,
Mm-hmm.
oh my gosh, I heard the same exact thing that he read to me that I've heard, but I've taken it in a different
And
context.
you,
And
yes, oh yes, it doesn't matter each time because even like you could be at a different level, you could have leveled up your growth, you see things different. Maybe you're learning, about yourself a little bit more. You're like, wow, you're more understanding to other people. It definitely helps, especially in an industry like this where you're meeting so many
Mhm.
different type of personalities and you have to work together.
Mhm.
Exactly. And so I had another question. I love coming up with questions on the show last minute, Angel. I come up
Do
with
it.
them.
Do it. Do it. Do it.
I
Do
can't
it.
believe you had Noah's Ark. That's exactly what
It's
I
close
had.
to the show. So, when you're going ahead and trying to go ahead and take your steps to achieve your vision, you made a plan, you're ready to go ahead and get started, you're fired up. You hit some bumps in the road, your friends are there to help you and help you continue your vision. But there's also many distractions. So, and I might not say these distractions are turbulences or obstacles or tribulations. There's other things that happen in life and they're distracting. I can say I get distracted very easily.
They're
All the time.
distractions.
It's
Yes.
hard to have that self-control and that impulse control because if I think of something, I'm like, you know what? Let's just do this. Wait. Angel's like, what Saji? What you said? And I'm like,
Angel definitely keeps me on my toes as well.
You said, and I'm like, oh, so what advice would you give to those that need to stay focused and they need to go ahead and complete their vision, not just, get started and then, go on a side road and go back on it? What would you
Hmm.
suggest to help people from stop getting distracted?
Schedule, schedule, schedule,
Yes.
schedule, 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 schedule. And it's funny that I'm being asked this question because I was one that struggled because I'm a visionary. I have so much things going on. I'm like squirrel. Like it doesn't take much to take me from doing one activity to doing another activity. And by the end of the day, I'm exhausted having doing 15 activities, finishing and completing 0, right?
Mhm.
So for me, I would definitely say your schedule, your calendar is your best friend. Google calendars, planners. I know people like us, we got mad planners. We have planners on top of planners. I have a planner to remind me to look in my other planner because there's just not enough, that goes back to vision. Scheduling happens to do it. If you don't plan it out, it won't get done, and it won't get done how you saw fit, how you saw it being done. Anyone who's struggling to stay on task, for one, would be to schedule. For two, block out outside noise. For a person who's doing a business or doing anything, if you're doing it part-time or maybe you're one, a lot of people say, hey, I just don't have the time. We use that excuse all the time, but nobody is really using up 24 hours, of their day. There's time. You have to make that time. Maybe you are used to going to sleep at a certain time. You better stay up a couple of hours late. Maybe you wake up at a certain time. That's your routine. Wake up a little bit earlier to get what you need to get done, but make sure that you get it done. Make sure that you schedule. Make sure, like I said, block out the outside noise that is going to distract you. They are distractions. Let's be real. It could be anything. Even sometimes we put it in our minds that no, it's important. No, it's important. I can't ignore it.
Yes.
You really can. You can. And that goes back to having that strong vision. There, people got vision. We can see people got vision. You have to have a strong, compelling vision, something that's super concise. And another thing that I'm getting out of this book is you must be emotionally attached to that vision. If you can easily brush off that vision and be like, not gonna work. It's not strong enough because when those challenges and those distractions happen, especially like talk about distraction, how much stuff is going to be going on in the city in the next couple of weeks. Like Super Bowl is coming, it's gonna be nuts. And talk about a distraction, is so easy to lose focus. So you got to block out all of that outside noise and make time for what is important. Make time for your goals. Envision it, get it done. Schedule, 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 schedule.
I love it. I love it. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to get to my question. And you guys kind of already answered it, but I like to ask this question. What is your favorite either Bible story or your favorite Bible character, and why?
Yes, that just great minds think alike. I actually had Noah's Ark. First of all, it's my favorite story all the time, anyway, and all time. Even when I was a little kid, that's one of the more common stories. So that's something that's always instilled in me. I won't say that I know all the stories in the Bible, so I'm sure there's some great stories, but I'm missing. But the reason why I picked this particular story is because it definitely ties back in to vision, and it makes a lot of sense, and it relays a lot to my story. A lot of us, all of us probably, because we're all in the same industry. But basically, God gave Noah this task because the people weren't acting right? The people were going insane. The people weren't living right. And it just brings me back to how the world is now. A lot of people are not educated. A lot of people are not trying to be educated. A lot of people rather scam and do whatever to get money instead of finding out a way to build wealth. A lot of people would rather, do all types of legal things to get things instead of fixing, what the problem is. So anyway, I portray that to be similar to me in the business. I'm Noah. God's telling me, because they're not acting right, this is what I'm going to do. Right? This is what I'm gonna do. You go get your family. I'm like, God's telling me, you go build your team. Like, you go spread that word. You better go build your team because stuff is going down. Okay, stuff is going down, and I feel like that was me out there. Like, oh my God. Okay, you sure? You sure? All right, let's go. And I hit the ground running. Some people laughed at me, on my way. Some people told me I was a scam. Some people told me, you can't do that, get a real job, do whatever the case may be. But you keep building. You keep building that ark. You keep building that ark, and you bring your family, you bring your people, your loved ones that you care for. The flood came, God wiped everybody out, and it just goes to show, like, people are going to laugh at you on your way to the top. People are going to tell you what you can and cannot do, no matter what, business and life, all the time. Don't let it get you down, because God gave you the vision. People are not always going to see the vision that God gave you because it's for you. We can beg them, tell them, what's going to happen if they don't. But if they don't take that first step to believe, there's nothing more that you can do. All you can do is keep building your ark, gathering your people, and following God. And I believe that it's the reason why we both picked that. I feel like we were on the same page. I get goosebumps when I think about it, because it's exactly what's happening. People are believing now. God didn't flood them out, but 2020 it was a flood for a lot of people. It's Corona, everything. It was a flood. 2020 was a flood, y'all.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It was tough for a lot of people, but you know what? I know what a lot of people say, V, like, I know you're all positive and everything, but girl, this happened and you can't find anything positive in it. And I'm like, there's always something in there. Even when you think you're in the middle of a storm, there's always going to be something good that comes out of it. And you know what? God always gives people a vision, and they get a vision. We don't know why. We don't know why we have a vision. We don't know where we get it from. We just know that it happens, and things start to align in your life. You start to meet people in your life, and everything starts just falling into place. And it's like, if you continue and you see that all these things are happening, like, you know what? I think, I should stick with this. Like, this is working. This is what people need. Yeah, because you are in the right path. You are on the right journey, and you just need to continue it. So, oh my God, that's just crazy. I just think about Noah's Ark, and it's crazy. I thought, for me, when I remember that story, and my mom told me, she loved to tell me Bible stories. God gave him such a huge task. He gave him a huge task to build, like massive. He had to cut down trees and do this and that. And he started off with one piece at a time. I mean, if somebody tells you, Angel, go ahead and build a crude ship out of wood, how would you feel about that?
I mean, I feel like, again, I'm in Courtney's shoes too. You know what I mean? It's like the vision is there. I don't even know how I'm going to take the step, but God gave me the faith to go ahead and take the step. So once he gives you, you know, that vision, he gives plants that seed in your heart to do something. And then he gives you the faith. It's like you have to do it, especially if you're a believer. So I feel like when it comes to that, it's like it's important that you got to do it. Sometimes it's like just like what you all said earlier, like God gives just us the vision. He might only give Zaji the vision of specific vision. He might only give Courtney a specific vision, give Angel a specific vision. And if he gives you the vision, that means that you have the ability to actually make it happen. If you have the faith and the works, the faith and the works, because if you don't have if you have works without faith and you have faith without works, it's not going to mesh. But if you have both and you got God on your side, then you got to continue to keep doing that. It actually even kind of reminds me of like this, like Joseph, the story with Joseph. You know what I mean? I don't know the whole exact full story, but I do know that Joseph had this vision where his brothers were coming to him, asking him for something. He opened up his mouth about that vision and it got him thrown in jail. And his brothers basically left him for dead. And then fast forward, now he's the second in command over Egypt, and he understood why he had that vision. And he thought that it was about them bowing down to him for something, but it was more about him actually serving them in the honor, in the name of God. So it's like, if you have that vision, you got to run with it, because if you don't, that's tied to your purpose. We have vision because it's tied to our purpose. And like Courtney, she has a purpose in this world. And the reason why she had that vision and has a vision to help people is because it's tied to her purpose. She would be basically dismissing her purpose if she dismissed the vision. They go hand in hand.
I'm looking at the chat, guys, and
question.
Katrina Osborne, she said Jonah is hers. And that's funny that you say that, Katrina, because Jonah was actually there was two parts, like what was your favorite Bible story? And then, how can it relate or whatever. So I actually picked two, and Jonah would have been my second. Jonah in the well, because Angel was just speaking on what happens if you don't follow that vision. Like, what happens if you don't follow your purpose? All right. And that was a big example of what happens if you don't walk in your light, you don't walk in your purpose. Like, God gave Jonah a task. Jonah said, forget it, I'm out. Like, let me hide. Like, I can't, this is too much for me. Like, so suppose, like, my mentor said it was too much for him. He didn't expose it to me. I said, hey, it's too much for me. I didn't expose it to Angel, so forth. Like, what if I didn't say yes to opportunities? Would I be living, job free 3 years, stable income, vacationing more than ever, glowing more than ever? I actually gained weight. It's good weight. This is wealthy weight, right? Building weight. But definitely that was one of my biggest things too, because it's important. Like, what if you don't? You can't be so afraid of the what ifs. Like, you gotta be more afraid of the what if you don't? What if you don't make these moves? Like, what will be the consequences of that?
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. We do have an audience question. So coming again from Miss Katrina Osborne, shout out to this woman. God bless this woman. Listen, we might have to end up putting her on the show. So I'm putting a little tab in your ear, putting a bug in your ear.
We want to hear you.
We might have to feature you on this show. I'm just saying that right now. But this woman is a powerful woman of God and a community leader. But she wants to know who inspires you the most and why.
Who inspires me the most and why? That's Can I have two?
Yeah,
because I will say, like, it's so weird, but my son actually inspires me. Like, literally, that guy's like a little genius. I swear, like, he has the ability to do anything in life. He's not afraid. Like, I see the traits that I'm afraid, the traits that I have in myself, that I may be, shy about. He is everything. Like, I'm shy walking into the room. That guy, every time he's somewhere, he's dancing, he's happy. Yes, he doesn't care. He's doing it scared. He doesn't care. If he doesn't know something, he goes and figures it out. My son inspires me every day. so much. Number two is definitely my mentor, Xavier Marrero. Just in business in general, I would say God, but that's like authentic. Everybody should know that. But as far as, taking me, really, he elevated my life. I'm not gonna lie, because I said before this opportunity, I had no vision at all. I was kind of like, all I can do is make money because I have a son, I have a mouth to feed. Like, this is what I need to do to survive. But I always had a, love for helping people. But I always understood, nonprofits, charity work isn't going to pay the bills. So you have to figure out that's your passion, Courtney, but you can't do that, So it sucks. It sucks really having to work like that. So now, like, I don't know, like, God, thank you so much for bringing Xavier into my life. I know it was just by way of God. He was just the vessel that brought me to this opportunity. But he definitely inspires me, man. I watched this guy build a business from nothing. A lot of times we didn't even know he was struggling because he carried it so well. This guy vowed to retire his parents because of this business, and I watched him never give up no matter what. It's not to say that he didn't go through struggles. There was ups and downs. There are definitely ups and downs, but he took it and it made him better, him and God. And it's just inspiring to see what he was able to do, not only for his parents, because that's my heart. My dad is my heart. He's still working to this day, and that's one of my biggest goals. That's a part of my vision, is to retire him. Say, Dad, you know what? Relax. I mean, over 20 years in the military. Now he's working with the Postal Service. Like, it just goes to show, like, he should be able to retire. I'm going to retire my father. And also a big thing is how Xavier is able to give back to the community, give back to family members, friends, and he does it wholeheartedly. Also, he's able to set that example for his son. Every time he's somewhere, his son is right there, little X. He wants them to call us 10, he wants us to call him 10X now. So 10X is always there, and just watching how he took his vision was so huge that he was able to not only help himself, but assist so many others, and seeing that vision, me included. I'm inspired. I strive to be that influential, that powerful, to touch that many lives, and to be able to honestly say, wow, I changed a life. Like, I literally changed a life because he believed in me. I'm here today, and I'm able to inspire others and share what I know with everybody else, so they can go ahead and grow and inspire others as well.
I love it. We have another audience question. So, where do you see yourself in your business by the end of this year? Ha! Huge. Huge.
It really goes. So they tell us don't.
Thank you, Erica Serrano, for that question. Boss lady,
yes,
another
thank you so
boss
much,
lady.
boss lady, another queen.
Yeah.
If you guys got to get her on here. So much knowledge I've been getting from this woman just recently. Yes. So thank you so much, Erica. Myself in business by the end of the year is super unlimited. They say have a vision. I definitely have a strong vision as far as the brand, the food drive. We're going to have a set location. Okay. We're going to be doing big things as far as getting more sponsors sponsored, and it's going to be a huge event, as where it started off, little baggies. But anyway, as far as me and my business, I see people don't really know what it is. I don't think we can say titles on here, so I won't say it. But you guys know personally, I want to be EVP, me and my team. But not only me, my business vision strongly is to have more, I guess, top producing leaders on the team, more titles. Okay, it's not about me. Like what they say, like, what good is first class if your people can't sit? Like, literally, this is the year where the team is coming. First is me, okay, stepping out, blazing the way. Okay, it's safe out here, guys. Let's go. So my business goes, I see myself, I see my team, multiple vice presidents on the team. I don't care, I'm gonna speak it.
Amen.
Multiple vice presidents on the team, multiple people being served with not only our financial services, but with us giving back. I strive and I envision multiple people joining in as to where we started off with 2. Now we're up to about 15, give or take. And I project, over 100 with what we're doing. And just an overall spread of love. Like, we need to rebuild. Like, this is a year of recovery. It's time. We all learned in 2020 that life is short, that anything can change at a matter of a moment. And at the end of the day, all we have is each other. So my business goals, my business vision is to help more families, bring more people. People will be financially free. People will be wealthy. Yes, yes. And people going to be getting served, okay, with this knowledge, this food, this nourishment. Yes, and getting closer to God for sure.
Amen. Amen. I don't think we have any more audience questions, but I love it. Ooh,
that gets me excited. Yes, Boss Lady Dominique is ready for DP. I'm so excited. You guys don't know, like when they say, I'm telling you, you guys don't know how many people are being inspired right now just by the platform that you guys have put together. I'm honored. I'm flabbergasted. My cheeks are just like, Angel, don't call me tomorrow. I can't speak because my cheeks are gonna be like.
Amen.
Thank you so much, Zajanari.
Of course, ladies. It's a pleasure always just talking and being around you. Even right now, if it's just virtually, I feel like we're in the same room. We're on the same connection. Air hug.
Air hug. We're actually planning a trip, so we're gonna be seeing you soon. It's gonna be next month. We just haven't decided. We're back and forth. Like, when is it gonna be?
Yeah,
definitely gonna be next month. But you can crawl over here for Super Bowl.
Definitely some planning.
Yes. So I don't know if you have any questions. Did you want to add anything, Boss Lady Courtney Israel, Zaji? Did you all want to add anything? Erica, thank you so much. She said she's proud of us, but listen, we're proud of you too. Like, she did an amazing call one time, and I know I called her the next day. You're an inspiration as well, so we're definitely gonna have you on the show as well.
Listen,
Courtney,
I'm doing an event with this boss lady on Sunday, and I'm so excited. She's put together such an amazing event and so selfless. Like, she's trying to put everybody, on the map. Of course, it's starting small, and she's branching out. But that's another example of just doing it small. She slept on herself long enough, and look, she inspired me to do so much within a small conversation with her. It's just so amazing. A lot of us are sleep on our abilities. Like, we need to wake up. This is your wake up call. Like, this is your wake up call. Everybody, 2020 needs to wake up. Your vision, get your vision clear. Be clear and concise, and put action behind that vision. Okay.
Amen. Amen.
My goodness, I feel the energy. I think I was talking.
Right? Let me just drive. Come on, Angel. Pack your suitcase. Let's just go.
You already know I'm ready. I'm ready.
Let's just. Yeah, leave the door open.
I got you. I got the ring doorbell,
Hey.
Oh my God, ladies. So thank you so much for taking your time out to be on this show. Courtney Israel, it's always a pleasure. I'm looking forward to collaborating with you in the future. And I'm just so thankful for your words of encouragement, inspiration, and just being able to inspire others that might be in the position that you were, and hopefully to create their vision to go ahead and advance in their lives. Angel, do you have anything else to add?
No, guys, listen, I just wanted to thank Zaji for, again, talking about vision. She talked about this like last year sometime, and we were kind of just, again, sleeping on it. And one day Zaji's like, hey, let's just do it. So we just did it. Start off with us, and then we started having these influencers, these boss ladies, boss men on here. So I want to thank you, Zaji, for your vision. Courtney, you already know we've been through a lot. You know what I'm saying? And I know it's going to continue to keep getting better. So I'm so grateful for Courtney Israel, like really, truly, I really am. Because like X introduced me to the business, but it was Courtney who actually invited me. So I want to thank both of you ladies from the bottom of my heart for just including me in the love. Y'all know it's changed me for the better. So I'm grateful, forever grateful. So God bless, and thank you, listeners, in the audience. Like, y'all are a blessing, and we got so much more to come. So thank you all so much for tuning in. And God bless you guys. This has been Night Owl Talk.
Night Owl Talk. Bye, guys.
Bye.